Okay, so our code until now it's very simple, and we got our ship that moves while we are tilting the iPad, and we got our alien ships that are our enemies, but there is no interaction, there is just movement. And here is our code, very simple, very short. As you can see, we got our class game with the update and the setup method, and in the update we just define our ship. In the update mode we define the movement of the ship with the gravity of the tilting of the iPad, and then we create our enemies here when with this random, when it's less than 0.01, creating an enemy with the class sprite that we get here, the other class of this program. And then we have the run action with the action sequence and action move by, move to, and action remove that guides our enemies in our action. But there is no interaction, so let's add some interaction to it. Let's first of all import sound, because we are going to make a sound when they will interact. Then we are going to create a self.enemies list that will be useful for our collisions with our enemies. So in the update method here, we are going to add every enemy, self.enemy dot append, enemies is the list of enemies. We will append the entity, the enemy sprite, let's say so, the enemy object, every time one of these is created. And then we want to check the collision of these objects with the method inside of the class collisions. So let's define collisions. So two with self inside, and now we are going to define a box around our spaceship. So we will use rect to make a rectangle, and we will have the self ship dot position dot x minus let's say 30, and then the other, how long will be our ship, 50, and then 50, and then 50. Well, let's define this sort of rectangle or square where it is to intercept our aliens. So for each enemy in self.enemies, in our list of enemies that we are going to populate here each time it is created, we are going to check if the e.frame, the frame of a single enemy intersects so the box. So very simple, very straightforward, very intuitive code. So in this case it will be sound.play effect. We will play a sound of the coming from where is it, space shooter art sound, and let's go arcade explosion. This is right, maybe not too loud, so .2, and after it plays the sounds, we well, let's check it, check at this point if there is some mistakes, some errors. But one thing that we want to do is to delete the enemy from the enemy list, so that we don't hear strange sounds, and delete E, right? Okay, this this should work. Let me see if there is some error or something like that. We got our ship. I'm tilting the iPad. Let's see when the enemy... Okay. Okay, nothing happens, just a sound, and it is good. Now maybe we want to add some animation to our ship. Self.ship.run action, right? This is the way we can create an action, and we're gonna create an action dot sequence, action.sequence, and so action dot move to, I think, and let's say 100 and minus 200 maybe, and then let's say action dot remove. Okay, let's see what happens when we add this to our game. I'm tilting the iPad as usual. Now the enemy comes, and now, okay, when did that I go down, and now maybe I want to add another action here, that is rotate by, let's say 20, let's say in 1 second maybe. Let's try this and see what happens. As you see, I can use this also to measure how. Okay. It's quite not so bad. Let's make instead of, okay, just 20, 10, and now we want to also something to happen to the enemy. So so E, that is our enemy. Let me animate this. So run action, and we will make him move. Let's say action dot rotate to, and rotate to by 5 in 1 sec, and then I wanna self enemies, well, right, I removed it yet, but I could remove from parent. Okay, so when we touch the alien, it suddenly disappears and does not make anything, because probably we wanna make something like wait and make the action before. So let's leave for now the action like it is, and in the next video we will show how to change. As you can see, the ship is always there, so it makes something weird, and we will change this in the next video.